problem. Come on, I'll take you home.
Welcome everybody to tonight's spooky Thermomix Halloween virtual cooking class. So I'm pretty excited about this one because I do love a little bit of spooky Halloween fun, and I know that having a Thermomix in my kitchen has made it so much easier to create all those amazing delicious goodies. So welcome to our class. We're going to be together for approximately an hour. My name's Odette Smith. I'm one of the Thermomix business development managers. I'm based up in Auckland, yes, COVIDville. I'm in East Auckland, and I've been with Thermomix, I don't know, it's been about 3 years. I fell in love with the Thermomix late 2017 at a cooking experience, and just brought it home and fell so madly in love with it. All I did was talk about my Thermomix and cook with it. And my husband said, hey, they should pay you. And I thought, man, they should pay me. And so I decided to join as a consultant and never looked back, really. Started as a side hustle because I was an optometrist. But, you know, I loved it so much. I moved into leadership, and last year, January, gave up my job as an optometrist to take on the role full time. So I'm super passionate about the Thermomix, super passionate about our business, and I do like a little bit of Halloween fun. So welcome. We are going to be showcasing the following recipes. So some of them are on Cookie Doo and some of them are not on Cookie Doo. And so we are going to be taking you step by step through how to make these recipes. This is an interactive class. So the more questions you ask, the more commenting, the more chatty you are, the more fun everybody is going to have. Because we are on Zoom, it is better if you stay on mute, okay? Because if you come off mute, everybody can hear you. So mute is down the bottom left-hand corner. And if you mute yourself, you can still go in the chat box. So bottom of the screen, there is a chat box. And so we might just have a little practice, hey? So I'd love for you to pop your name in the chat box and tell me where in New Zealand you are Zooming in from tonight. While that happens, I'll let you know there's a view button up the top. You can change the view from speaker view to gallery view. It's best to keep it on speaker view just while we are in a class like this, because you'll see the person who is speaking or cooking. I will try and spotlight them for you. And what I will also try to do is to pop the recipes in the chat box while we are cooking. So I could not run these classes without the amazing consultants and team leaders who help make them happen. And so tonight I have a very special group, and they've all embraced the Halloween fun, and they've, you know, taken it to the max. So very exciting. I'm going to introduce you to each of them as they begin to cook. So first of all, we're going to be starting with Kylie. So Kylie, I'd love for you to introduce yourself, tell us where you are, and tell us why you decided to join as a Thermomix consultant, and then you can get cracking with your cooking.
So I have owned my Thermomix since November last year, and I love it so much I can't stop talking about it. So I've got two friends that are consultants as well, so I decided to give it a go. Have loved it. So I actually started my consultancy at the beginning of our Auckland lockdown, so I am based in Auckland. So my launch weekend was all on Zoom, where it wasn't supposed to be. And I've managed to still do cooking experiences via Zoom, and promised everybody that when Auckland is allowed out, they can all touch and have a play with my Thermomix.
Look forward to, right?
Yeah. I've loved every minute of owning this, and I'm having such a blast being a consultant, meeting new people, sharing this awesome machine. Like, my sister even jumped in the bandwagon and bought one not long after I became a consultant, because she could see how awesome it was and how much easier life has been in lockdown, because she can make her own things. And I've been teaching her, and we do cook-alongs. We have fun doing cook-alongs because we're in different parts of Auckland. So it's fun.
Good. So what are you cooking for us tonight, Kylie?
I'm doing the dragon eggs, which I'm quite excited about. And I'll just give you a little sneak peek. This is what they look like.
I love those. So I have just popped the Cookie Doo link into the chat box, and Kylie is going to show you step by step how to make these beauties.
So to start off with, we're going to use the egg boiler, which is one of the modes. I don't think you can see my screen because of the glare. I'm not sure if I can move it. Trust me, it's there, the egg boiler mode. So we're just going to hit that. Just going to put some water in the bowl.
So the egg boiler mode, it is one of the modes that is exclusive to the TM6. While Kylie's doing that, I'm going to launch a little poll so that you can tell me what Thermomix you own. So let's see what we have out there.
And so eggs are in, water's in, and I am now just turning the dial to however I want my eggs. For tonight, we are going to have them, once I put the lid on, we're going to have, I'm going to just set it to just medium, just so it's quick. But last night I did cook them to hard boiled and to get them ready.
So we were having a little debate about this before you all hopped on, and I said hard-boiled eggs are like the devil's work. And so in the chat box, tell me, how do you like your eggs? Do you like them soft? Do you like them medium? Or do you like them hard? While that's happening, I can tell you on our poll, we have 23 people who have said that they have a TM6, 1 TM5 owner, and we've got 2 people who have not got a Thermomix yet. So that's pretty cool that so many people actually have that TM6. I'll share the results with you quick. There we go. So while Kylie has got her eggs boiling, the cool thing, guys, is that you can actually walk away and not have to worry. I always used to, with my boiled eggs, overboil them because I forgot about them. But when her eggs are ready, the Thermomix will call her back. So while those eggs are boiling, we are going to go over to Teresa. So Teresa, again, if you can just let us know where you are in the country and why you decided to join as a consultant.
Hi, everybody. I am from Manurewa, and I had my Thermomix from June. I never heard of Thermomix. I just met Yvonne I think it was in North Shore. It was a home show, and she just asked me, "Have you heard of Thermomix?" And I said, "No, but I'm interested because I saw a little bit what it did then." And then from there, I never looked back. I thought that it was a bit for me. I mean, the price was a bit for me, but I just embrace it. And I do not have any problems now thinking of what to cook, what to serve for desserts. And I totally enjoyed it. And then I thought, why not be a consultant? Because it's really enjoyable. And I like showing people how the Thermomix has benefited me in the kitchen and my family. So yeah, being a consultant is right? It's just perfect.
I love that. Good. So what are you cooking for us tonight, Teresa?
I am making hot dog mummies, but I'm doing 2 recipes. So one would be pizza dough for the dough that will wrap around the hot dogs. And then for the hot dog mummies, I am following the process. Using the hot dog mummies. I think that would be in cookie dough. Yes.
Fantastic. So while Teresa starts making the pizza dough, I will pop both of those recipes into the chat box for you. So pizza dough must be one of the things I make most of my Thermomix, and I'll just pop that in for you. And then I'll show you the other recipe that Teresa's talking about.
That's too much butter. I'm putting some water there. I've already oiled my thermal server. This is really very helpful. I proof my dough in here.
Thermo servers are pretty awesome.
And so I'll be making the dough now. We'll be warming the yeast.
Yep. So top tip, guys, when you are pouring your yeast into the bowl, don't dump it all in the middle on the blades. Make sure you pour it around the blades so that it actually mixes in with the water and doesn't just sit on top of the blades.
So it's going to mix now.
Fantastic.
10 seconds.
10 seconds. And so Teresa added lukewarm water to the bowl. That's about 37 degrees. If you add cold water, you just have to set the temperature for 37 degrees and then give it a minute or so to warm up. But yeah, if you have it lukewarm out of the tap, you will save yourself some time. And we're all about the saving time, right?
That's done mixing. So now I'll be putting in baker's flour. I think baker's flour would be all-purpose flour, right?
Yep, high grade. So it has a little bit more gluten.
I'm using a all-purpose flour.
That's okay. Just put it in there. You could have pretended. Nobody would have known. I love how honest you are.
I think it's okay. Yeah, I've been using this
No,
kind of flour.
Fine.
Yeah, and I'll put in 30 grams of extra virgin oil. And yep, so this time it will knead the dough. That will take 2 minutes to knead the dough instead of using it with my own hands and mixing or kneading for what, 20 minutes?
Absolutely. So yeah,
minutes.
2 minutes of Thermomix kneading is equivalent to 10 minutes of hand kneading, which is pretty amazing. I would not be hand kneading anything for 10 minutes. Guys, if you have a Thermomix, you know that you can leave it unattended and walk away when it is cooking. You are not allowed to leave it unattended when it is kneading dough because sometimes it can move around quite a lot and you don't want it to walk off the bench. So it's only a couple of minutes, just stand next to it. So while that's happening, I do love to make bread in my Thermomix. What bread is everybody making? What's your favorite bread recipe? Pop it into the chat box for me so that I can see what you are making. Excellent. Let's see. Any bread? Gosh, I know. So Sarah Kay is one of our consultants. She is the gluten-free queen. She makes the most amazing gluten-free bread. Yeah, blows me away. And lots of people making brioche. I love it. So what I'm planning to do is make some brioche and then color it. So maybe some, divide it in three, some purple dough, some green dough, some black dough, and then layer it and roll it up so that you have those Halloween spookiness. I reckon that would be pretty fun. Yep, lots of people making 5 seed. That's one of my favorite as well. Oh, Rosa's making keto psyllium husk and almond. I love it. One of the things I do love about our community is how creative we are. So always inspiring to see what everybody else is doing. Good. I love the decoration. Oh, you've gone all out.
So that's done now.
Excellent.
There's your dough.
Yay. It looks beautiful. And so you're going to pop that into the thermoserver. So can you show everybody how you wiggle the knob to get the dough out? Because that's a cool trick as well.
I don't know if you can.
So to get upside down. Yeah, there you go. That's a good one. And it should just fall out. There we go.
Yeah.
Ta-da. I love
a little
it.
bit left, but yeah, that's fine.
Can I recommend something, Teresa? Pop the bowl back on your Thermomix, put it back, put the lid on, and then turn the speed up to 10. And it will flick all the dough off of the blades. It's a cool trick.
You mean turbo?
You can turbo. Yep. Do turbo. Yep. Or you can go speed 10. But yeah, that's a good one. That's one of my favorite tips. There you go. And then it will just flick everything up. Show everybody. Yep. So go back to your recipe. There we go. Safety. Yes. I love it. Check it out. Ta-da! This works for all sorts of things. Cookie dough, anything. You can get like a whole extra cookie if you flick the dough up. So excellent. So Teresa has got her dough and now she's going to leave that to prove. Usually half an hour to an hour.
Yeah.
Yep. Good.
Cover it.
I love it.
And this goes into somewhere hot or warm, sorry.
Definitely. Good.
Okay. I actually had pre-made a dough earlier. Let me just grab that for you.
So we like to be prepared, guys, because we like these to, you know, run efficiently. So Teresa has actually made another batch of dough and she's going to bring that out and she's going to show you how to shape the mummies. So I'm going to get you to angle your, if you can, angle your camera down just a tiny bit. Yep. Tell us about the mat. That's good.
I love this mat. I use it. It's just a must for everyone who bakes.
It sure is. There we go.
Okay. So this is my the half of the dough. I'm just going to make a rectangle shape out of, sorry, it's just.
It's always like, I love doing this stuff when everybody's watching you and you're like, oh, I've got to roll it out. You're doing a great job. Excellent. So into a rectangle shape.
Okay. Now I've got my frankfurters here.
Yep.
But I'm just going to show you how I cut them. So I cut them into strips.
Yep.
I don't know. Can you see
we
it?
can see them. Yep, perfect.
Okay, right. And
so that's a spatula that Teresa's using, not a knife. So don't ever cut on your mat with a knife. It's a blunt spatula, which is
yes, definitely not. My mat is too precious for me.
I love it.
What I'm doing now is actually just rolling the strip of dough around the frankfurter. And then I leave a space so that I can put ice in that space. And then just roll the dough around.
These are so fun to make, guys, and you can get the kids involved in these as well. You don't actually have to stick the dough. It tends to stick to the frankfurter or chicken sausage, whatever you're using. Good. And oh, you're going to do some piping. This looks good.
This is mayonnaise. I didn't make the mayonnaise because I didn't have the time, but I'm just putting in some dot.
I love it. Very cool.
And then you can put in peppercorn, a whole peppercorn on the eye so that it this black part of the eyes.
I love that. I love that. You probably just have to warn your children that they may want to take the peppercorn off, because I know I'd have crying children, right? It's a good trick. Excellent. So Teresa's going to make one more just so you can see what the process is, and then she'll finish them off and get them into the oven while we move on to the next one. So carefully wrapping, looking good. Excellent. Good.
You may have to put in the mayonnaise after baking the hot dog, otherwise it's going to brown.
It's going to brown. That's okay. I was going to say, but I was like, we'll just let you go with it. So excellent. So Teresa's going to keep going with those. We're going to bake them. What do you think? 200 degrees for 15 minutes?
It's actually 180 degrees on a cold oven, and then you bake it for until 25 minutes.
Okay, cool. Perfect.
Yeah, but before I do that, I just brush on a little bit of egg on the dough so that it's golden brown.
Fantastic. So I'll let you get on with that, Teresa, and we will go over to our very special guest for tonight, Snow White. So Snow White, can you tell me a little bit about you and why you've joined your Thermomix business?
Hello. welcome to my kitchen. My name is Snow. I got my Thermomix. I was recommended it by a friend, Miss Cinderella. She is cooking quite a lot, so she knew that I would very much want this machine. So I have had this machine since the beginning of lockdown last year, and it's my extra hands in the kitchen, so I love it. So today I'm going to be making
it's
it's
probably quite handy as well when your 7 dwarf friends come around, because you can cook for large groups. Yeah.
And so I do come from a land far, far away, Half Moon Bay, and woodland creatures are not very helpful here. So yes, having a Thermomix is a bit more hygienic as well. So I'm going to be making some candy apples. This is a recipe that was recommended to me by my stepmother, the Queen. She said these are to die for. So let's give them a go. So I got this beautiful pen off the mix shop, because when you've got wet hands or you're wearing gloves, it's helpful to use. So we're going to be putting 2 sheets of paper, but I'm not doing that today. We're using the lollipop recipe to make these candy apples. So first thing I'm going to do is take off my lid, and I've got here 250 grams of sugar, and 70 grams of water. There we go. And then I wonder if I can use my gloves. Oh, I can. Okay, we won't use the pen, we'll use my gloves. We're going to use a tablespoon of glucose syrup, but I don't like using tablespoons for glucose syrup, because the tablespoon ends up with half the mixture, and then it's an extra dish I have to wash. So I go up here to my recipe, the 3 dots, and I'm going to click the scales, and I've gone on my lovely Alexa, and I have found out that it's 26 grams for a tablespoon of glucose. So we're going to tip this in here. She's a bit cold today, so she's taken a while to come out.
So while Snow is doing that, I have popped the recipe for lollipops into the chat box. Also, this is a TM6 recipe. Just because high heat is a function of the TM6, you have to be very, very precise with this one. If you are out, even by a few grams, it will not let you keep going. It's a safety feature, so you do have to be very careful.
Right. Now I've got this special liquid that I got given by the Queen, so I'm going to put it in. It does look a little bit ominous, but I trust her. So putting that in. Oh, it's quite black. Okay. Put that in. Go next. Right, and so this is going to unlock the sugar stages function, as Odette had just said, and like she had said, it only unlocks on certain recipes. I have tried playing with it with other recipes to see if I can make things, and even with the same quantities but using different ingredients, it wouldn't let me. So good thing to know. So we're going to pop on our lid here, and this sugar stages is going to take 10 minutes on this recipe. So
hey Snow, I think, does it want you to put the splash guard? No, it doesn't.
No, it didn't say that. No, it just says it was. Okay. I might often take the lid off, because I like to have a quick squiz at what's happening.
I love it.
And so while that is going, I am going to put the sticks into my apples. Now, a tip is you need to make sure that you wash your apples, and that is to take off any wax or vexes that people might have given you. So cleanse them all off before you eat them, and it makes the toffee, the lollipop mixture, stick to the apples a bit better, especially if there was wax on them. So I've got some of these wooden dowels, and these are from the Cake Warehouse. Amazing. And I'm just going to pop them into like about 2/3 of the way into each apple. It's a strong apple. There we go. This one. I'll just do another one. Jam them in about 2/3 of the way through. You don't want to go all the way through, because then there's no grip when you go to dunk your apple. And There you go. So I'll finish those off and come back to you soon.
And so the lollipop mixture, as soon as it's ready, you got to be real quick with the dunking the apples. So Snow, can you just yell? If I don't see, can you yell? And whatever we're doing, we'll stop and we'll come straight back to you.
I'll sing a pretty song.
I love it. Right. So Kylie, let's come back to you and you can keep going. So your eggs are boiled.
My eggs are boiled and I have got a nice big hot bowl. Put them out, and then all you do to prepare your egg is you just smack it with a spoon, or what I did last night was I just smacked it on my bench.
I feel like this is a good get your frustration out if you are living in somewhere where lockdown has been going on for like 11 million weeks. I reckon you could like be bashing eggs just so you feel better, right?
Them into the sink, to be honest. And then you just pop them in to your bowl with your food coloring. And then I did it overnight. So I did these eggs yesterday and they've come out like just amazing.
Love them. So you use
and I
black
used
food
black and
coloring.
green. Like,
Love
just
that.
because I had a little bit of each left and I just popped them in, and that was that.
I love
And then-
that.
Because I have two bowls, I don't have to wait for the other bowl to cool down. I can literally just put it straight in and I'm good to go. And everyone knows that.
Having two bowls is almost as good as having two Thermomixes, am I right?
It really is. So now I'm just going to pull up the recipe. Dragon eggs, and I'm going to just go down and go straight to the filling part, which is here. And it brings me just to where we need to go. So I've already taken the egg yolks out of last night's eggs. They're going in. And avocado.
I feel like this is a great recipe because avocados are actually really affordable at the moment. You don't have to sell a child to buy one.
It also means that the filling's naturally green
Definitely.
because I've put so much food coloring on those egg whites. So I made my first batch of cooked mayonnaise last weekend. So I have this all ready to go. And I don't know what took me so long to try it. I think I just kept forgetting to do it. Finally did it, and it's amazing. It's amazing stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to put the recipe for cooked mayonnaise in the chat box. If you've made mayonnaise already, can you pop in the chat box and say me? Because I do feel like mayonnaise is one of the really cool things to make in your Thermomix.
It really is. And it's so easy. I couldn't believe, and quick, like if you did it by hand and other things, it takes forever. And it says 1 teaspoon of mustard, but you know, good old measure with your heart. Worcestershire sauce, I don't have that. So we're just going to skip
Did you
that.
know that you can make Worcestershire, I hate saying it. We can make that sauce in your Thermomix. Did you know?
I did know that. I just didn't have that time. But I'll do it one day, just like the mayonnaise. I did that one day.
Yeah.
Half a teaspoon of lemon juice. And I'm a baker from way back, so I don't measure really anything.
Love it.
And salt, but I know there's salt in my mayo, so I'll just skip that. Pepper, which I put in before. And then
I feel like this is such a great recipe because apparently deviled eggs are making a comeback. They're a real 70s food that suddenly are just, you know, coming back on the scene. So these are perfect for Halloween. I guess if you were worried about the food coloring, do you reckon you could use charcoal powder, mix it in water and then put the eggs in? I don't know. What do you think? She can't hear me. That's why she's just like. So no one's saying it's a childhood treat, deviled eggs. Yeah, I feel like I ate a lot of deviled eggs when I was little. All my birthday parties, my mum used to churn them out. I was just saying, Kylie, do you reckon you could use charcoal powder? You could mix it in water instead of food coloring?
yeah, I reckon you could.
Maybe, it's worth it.
I
It's
think
worth
if
a
you did
try
that
and
though, you would
experiment.
have to do it overnight.
Yeah.
Sorry, the dog has seen a cat outside, so he wants to join in the party.
Noelle's saying maybe beetroot. I reckon it's worth experimenting with some
Yeah, I reckon.
food colors. Ruru says use dark soy sauce. That is a fantastic idea, Ruru.
So I just give it a quick scrape, and I've managed to flick it at the back.
I love
nothing like a
how
dragon
honest
is,
you
Jessica.
are, because I would have just pretended that had not happened and just kept going.
I feel like it should be the opposite of like almost like the Swedish chef right now.
Yeah.
Flick it everywhere and make it look.
Let's
it's
show us,
a thing.
show us what it looks like. Pass me the bowl. I want to see what that looks like. So that's avo, mayo, yep, mustard.
The lighting there for you,
Mm.
bright green. It's quite cool actually. So I just put the lid back on and give it another mix around. Dirty my bowl.
I love it. I'm definitely going to make these because I feel like all my kids want when we hit Halloween is just candy. And so these might be a fun way to get some actual food into them.
Nice and smooth, and I'm just going to pop it in a piping bag.
Excellent. I love that. Right. So while you are piping, I'll let you get set up. I'm not going to unspotlight you. I'm going to keep you spotlighted. Snow is still working on her lollipops, so I'm going to let her keep going with that. And I might move over to Cassandra. So again, Cassandra, can you introduce yourself and just tell us a little bit about why you love your Thermomix business?
Hello everybody, so I'm Cassandra, this is Ava, my little helper in the kitchen. I got my Thermomix last year, October, and absolutely rave about it. It's given me the confidence to try anything in the kitchen now, and I love being able to get Ava involved with things so easy with the guided cooking that she's able to whip up some baking and whatever else she wants to do. And yeah, I became a consultant as we went into lockdown. So only the virtual cooking experiences for me so far, but I can't wait to be able to get out and get people to see the machine in person because yeah, people love it from seeing it online. Yeah, and I am going to be making some chocolate mousse graveyards. Yeah.
So Cassandra, we've had a question. Penny would like to know if the knife is from the mix shop.
No.
I love that.
It looks like it's through her head.
I know.
What is it?
Oh, someone gave
Chocolate.
someone gave it
From
to
my
us.
tennis club, that's right.
We have no idea where it came from.
No, I think from Scotland or something. But okay, we'll get started on our chocolate mousse. Can you see my screen nicely there?
We can see it a little bit, so we'll just get you to explain as you go.
We were only
Okay, so 50 grams of sugar, and we're going to mold that into some icing sugar. So here we go.
So this fun fact, this is actually what made me fall in love with the Thermomix. I was at a cooking experience and they made icing sugar to make Fruity Dream. And I was like, my mind was blown. And I was like, I've got to have one of these machines. So I'm like a marketer's dream. I was in from the word go. But it is quite cool. Look at that icing sugar in just 15 seconds.
10 seconds actually.
10 seconds, that's even better.
So it's just asking me to scrape down the sides to make sure I've got all the sugar into the bowl.
What about on those little like ledges? There's a lot legend.
Cool. And then it wants 200 grams of dark chocolate. So Ava, you can pop those in for me. And then I'll just break it up into pieces. Put those in for me, please, Ava, as the next measure.
Oh.
There we go. Just break that up. Very nice. Put it all in. Good. and 100 grams of whipping cream. And insert my lid. And for 4 minutes, that's going to melt my chocolate.
Fantastic. So while the chocolate is melting, I'm just going to take us back to Kylie. And Kylie is actually piping. So I'm going to get you to tilt your screen down for me a tiny bit. Now, if you have a cool fancy piping bag, that's awesome. Otherwise, put the mixture into just like a Ziploc bag and just snip off the corner and use it like that. So we'll get you to pipe a couple for us, Kylie, so we can check your piping technique.
Take myself up. Can you see that? Yes, you can.
Yep.
It's not coming through just because you suddenly put me on the spot.
I love it.
Oh my goodness. Hang on a second. I think I know the problem.
It's okay.
Okay. It was coming out too fast before and now it's slowed down. There we go.
Oh, there we go. That's okay. Good.
I did it like that on purpose. Remember, it's a Halloween massacre.
Exactly. Looking good. So basically, guys, you know, your piping doesn't have to be perfect. Like, it all adds to the fun and excitement. And so basically you just want to pipe it into the cavity of the eggs. Yeah, that's looking
And then
good.
I've got some black sesame seeds.
Ooh, I love it. So while Kylie's making those pretty, I just want to check on Snow. Snow, how you going? Oh, she's
Hello, sorry about that. We have got 7 minutes left. So the good thing about the sugar stages is it does say 10 minutes, but what happens is it will only start the 10 minutes once it's gotten to that temperature. Yep. So we've got 6 minutes and 58 seconds left until our candy apples are ready to go.
Fantastic. That's perfect. So Cassandra is melting her chocolate at the moment. So what Cassandra's making, she's actually making graveyard dirt cups, and we are using the chocolate mousse recipe. So at the end, she is going to show you how to take that chocolate mousse and turn it into the really cool graveyard dirt cups. How much time have you got there, Cassandra?
1 minute, 30 seconds.
Fantastic. So in the chat box, guys, while Cassandra is doing that, can you tell me what's your favorite Halloween treat? I love to find out. And it might be, oh, there we go. Ava wants to tell me. Ava, what's your favorite Halloween treat?
Witch hats.
Oh, the witch hats of cookie dough.
Yes, I love the witch hats. Let me see if I can find them. Haley says peanut butter cups. I love peanut butter cups. They are so delicious. So witch hats, let me show you these ones because they are pretty cute. I'll actually share my screen just for a minute because I feel like you have to see these to appreciate them. Look at these, guys. These are a fun recipe. So yeah, I have actually not made these myself, but you put popping candy in them. They are so maybe I'll give these a try this year. Don't know, we'll see. What is everybody else like? Let's stop sharing and see. So Pam likes sugar cookies. We quite like sugar cookies because you can decorate them. Excellent. I love it. Melted chocolate's the best because what do you make after you melt chocolate? Do you know, Ava?
I eat it.
You do eat it, yeah. But you need to get your mum, instead of washing the bowl, she needs to put some milk in there and then heat the milk a little bit and froth it to make you hot chocolate.
Ooh, good idea.
That's the best thing after you make melted chocolate.
We've got to put in 4 egg yolks.
There we go, 4 egg yolks.
Next.
Yeah, great job.
Next
15 seconds, it's just going to mix that up.
I love the little panda outfit.
The Thermomix has helped us to do a lot of things we couldn't do before.
Oh, look, She's like a consultant in the making, I reckon, Cassandra. How old are you, Ava?
7.
Okay, only about 10 years till you can come work for us.
Someone's asking me to transfer this into another bowl, which I will do, while I am going to use my second bowl to whip up my egg whites.
7
So it's asking me to thoroughly clean my bowl, which I don't now need to do just yet. So I can just pop on my second bowl and insert my butterfly whisk. So I'm going to do that.
Now, what is the secret about the butterfly whisk, Cassandra? Tell
To the
everybody.
left.
To the left, to the left. So guys, there's some high blades. I'll get you to show them. So pick up the bowl for me. So we have high blades and low blades, and you find the high blade and then you put the whisk in to the left, like Beyonce. To the left, to the left. There we go. And never over speed. Do you know, Cassandra?
Never over speed.
What speed is the highest you can go with the butterfly in?
Good question. I just follow what Cookie Doo tells me.
Good girl. 4. Never over speed 4. Butterfly's got 4 wings.
Thanks for the tip.
Ask me how I know, because I chopped one up at a cooking class. So that's how I know, not over speed 4.
Okay, so it's asked me for the egg whites.
Yep.
And a pinch of salt. So, that. And then to insert lid. And it's just going to whip up my egg whites.
Excellent. So while that is happening, we are going to go over to Kerry. So you're pouring your chocolate out. That's excellent. And then you're going to get a hot chocolate, Ava, because your mum's just got a nice idea. I am going to add Kerry. Kerry, tell us a little bit about you. What do you love about your Thermomix business, and where are you in Auckland?
Hello, I'm in West Auckland. My name is Carrie, and I'm originally from Malaysia. And what should I say? Back in the old days, I always use cauldron, and it's too slow. You know, it's too slow. So we can only make one portion out of it, and it takes ages. But thanks to this modern German boyfriend of mine, you know, he's a wizard from Germany. So we are just gonna use that to make some spooktacular snow cones.
I love
So
it.
I got ready something so we can go straight away. So it's so nice, you know. I used to have this big, thick book just to find all the potion, how to use it, and it's terrible. This one just step by step, and we are off to go. So I have some ice cubes. I just put them all in and press next. 20 seconds.
So 20 seconds and we're going all the way up. So guys, you know, those blades, they are powerful, and ice is very hard. And so you can hear the power, right? When you turn that Thermomix up and you've got ice in there, you can hear it. But very soon that sound changes because you can hear that ice being broken down. It's pretty amazing, actually.
20 seconds. Oh my God. Look at the ice.
Wow.
So it's like, when I'm from Malaysia, and one of our favorite dessert is shaved ice with, you know, mango, milk and everything. And we have to get a special ice shaver machine. The smoother it is, the more expensive it is. It's just only shaving ice. But look at this. This is very, very smooth.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah. So 20 seconds of ice. And then we are off to go. So, oops. Okay, now put it back.
Oh, so I have to stop you, Kerry.
Okay, go.
Put the lid on your thermo server because that will keep the ice cold. And we're going to go over to Snow White because she quickly has to make the apples. So there she is. She is spinning them apples. Ooh, so sometimes you got to work fast, guys. Ooh. And sometimes it helps to have a helper as well, I have found when I've made these. Ooh.
What if asked one of the dwarves, but they're still working in the mine, so it's just me and Thermomix.
Oh, that
Oh.
that potion that the queen gave you, that's very interesting.
It's looking very dark.
Does it smell okay?
Yeah, smells very sweet.
She'd never do anything to hurt you, though.
Would she?
No.
Would she?
I reckon you can trust her.
I think so. You're right. We have to do this very fast.
I told you. Yeah.
Oh, I think I'm going to only do 3 because I've used a lot of
I got
mixture.
I got 4, and the last one was a really like diseased apple that, you know, the coating was a little interesting. So
all right. Okay. Yeah, we'll go with 3. Oh, 4. I've done 4. Sorry.
Nolwenn wants to know if you could heat it up again. It's a good question, Nolwenn. It's possible. You couldn't
Let's
put it
give it a
back
go
on,
and see.
You couldn't put it back on the high heat because that won't work, but you could turn it maybe up to like Varoma and give it a go.
Yes. I do think you would be able to put it onto the high heat.
Do you?
So not using sugar stages, but using the high heat function that you would use on like searing capsicums. I did that. Yeah, I did that today. With something else.
Song is asking any tips for cleaning the bowl. You need to get in there straight away with water and vinegar and put it on the cleaning, and it will actually clean it up really well, but you got to be quick. So while Snow is reheating her syrup, I'm going to quickly go back to Kerry. Snow will show us what her apples look like at the end. So let's put Kerry back in so she can keep going. Right, what you got, Kerry?
Hello, I just put them into the cups ready. Oh, where's my hat? Oh, my hat fall off. So now I have some raspberries. They are frozen. And then I just need to add some sugar in. So the recipe also calls for you either add vodka or you either add water. But I realized if you put apple juice or even what Thermomix have that lemonade, we can whip up some lemonade, which you can also put it in instead of the vodka for kids version, like a non-alcoholic. So now vodka, you know, this is the magic potion. Makes you grow young, pretty, sexy, you know. And then we just put it in, blending at 30 seconds, and we are done.
So I've just popped the recipe for the spooktacular snow cones into the chat box. This is an adult cocktail. It's a very delicious one, but as Kerry said, you can make it non-alcoholic. It's totally up to you. And yeah, you know, very, very quick, and all you need is ice and a few ingredients.
So you can use the high heat function. You can still hear me.
Ooh, I love it. Yep, we can still hear you.
You can. So I've just gone on to some sauteed chicken strips that I made for Grumpy the other day, and just chucked it straight on, and it is letting me do it.
Perfect.
Back to you.
So that's the mix that's going over the snow cones. I love it, Kerry.
Yes. So just put it in with vodka raspberry. So I also make a little bit of, I have a dragon eyeball to go with it.
Oh, I love that.
So it's actually also from a cookie dough. I saw it. It's actually just a black cherry with lychee. You just stick them in.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's actually a cookie dough recipe. I can't remember which one.
That's amazing. I love that. That looks
And then I'm gonna have it with my monster puff together. The poor monster is gonna be eaten by me.
I love that. They look amazing, Kerry.
So less than 2 minutes, I'm done.
I love it. Enjoy. Right. So I'll get you. Keep one for us to take a photo of at the end.
Okay.
You can drink the other one. And while you're doing that, I'm going to go back to Cassandra. How are we going? Oh, she's got the egg whites, and you've given them a fold, haven't you, into the mousse?
on mute. So my egg whites came out and I've just folded them into my chocolate.
I love
And
that.
now what we'll do is we're going to fill up our cups. And then Ava's going to do a layer of Oreos. So earlier we just chopped up these Oreos into in the bowl. Just put a packet of Oreo in, probably chop them up a bit much, but put them on for 3 seconds.
So you did you do 3 seconds? What speed?
4.
Excellent. Yeah, perfect. So we're layering mousse.
We're just layering some mousse and over the mousse.
Excellent.
And then I'll put that into another. There we go. Thank you.
Yum.
Poor graveyards. I have no one to care.
Got lots of people commenting on what a cute little helper you've got, Cassandra.
This is the end result. We're going to stick our
Hold it up for me again, Cassandra, so everybody can see it. So basically we've layered chocolate mousse and Oreo dust, and then you've put some gummy worms.
sour worms and the little graveyard plaque.
Oh, cute. I love that. Thank you for sharing. So I'll let you keep going with those, and we're going to go over to my last helper. Hayley, over to you. Introduce yourself. What do you love about your business, and tell us what you're making. This is our last recipe for tonight, guys.
Hi, yeah, so I'm Hayley and I'm in the Waikato, but not in lockdown. I'm in Lawrenceville. So we're in the little area that didn't get locked down. So so I'm a team leader. I have a team that is growing throughout the Waikato, and I really love what I do. I joined in June of last year, was going to earn my machine. I owned the TM5, the previous model, loved it, decided I needed this model and that I'd earn it and leave. And, you know, like everybody else, I'm still here because everybody's so awesome. And I just couldn't bring myself to leave. So here I am now.
I love it. What are you making?
Yeah. So I am making the cranberry vodka zombie brain cocktail because I'm just here for the booze. So I am halving the recipe because it is just me drinking these. So I do not need to have 4 cocktails to myself. I will do 2 quite okay. Maybe not 4. So so first up we've got, so this is an American recipe, so all of the measurements are actually in ounces, and the really clever thing about the Thermomix is it automatically switches your scales to be in the measurement that you need. So my scales are in ounces automatically, so that I don't have to worry about trying to convert any weights or anything like that. So nice and easy. So this calls for 8 ounces of vodka. I have just read, as I'm standing here staring at it, that it wants cranberry, apple flavored and pink colored vodka. Didn't spot that one. So we're just standard vodka. So we're going to put 4 ounces of that in there. I also don't keep a lot of alcohol in the house. So how cute are these little mini bottles?
That's very cute.
I know. And I got little mini Contro as well.
Oh, I love that. That would not last a very long time in my house.
No, I didn't do cocktails often until I bought a Thermomix, and now I do a lot more. So I'm starting to get a stash. So this it's supposed to be 4 ounces. So I'm going to put 2 ounces in there, or actually 2.5 because I went over, which is totally fine. And then we've got probably 2 teaspoons of sugar there. I didn't have any limes and they didn't have any at the supermarket, so I've just got lime juice in a bottle. So I'm going to pop in 1 ounce of that. And then we've got 20 ice cubes, but I've got 12.
So Noel's asking where you get baby bottles of alcohol.
I just bought those at the liquor store. Our local liquor store has an entire shelf of pretty much every single alcohol has like one this size, and it was so cute.
I love that.
It was probably cheaper to buy it in a big bottle, but
It's
I was
okay.
tempted.
Yeah.
Cool. So I've just put the lid on, and that is going to blend on speed 10 for 1 minute.
So kind of like making a slushy, right? Yeah. And again, guys, you know, there is a lot of power involved when you put ice cubes into the Thermomix. And so, yeah, cocktails, one of the fun things that you can make in your Thermomix, if you're allowed, because I know there's some people in the chat box saying I'm not allowed to drink at the moment. Tell me your favorite cocktail if you are allowed to drink. And I reckon you could just put it in a spooky glass for Halloween and call it a Halloween cocktail, right? Oh, lots of people admiring your glass. What have you got there? It's pretty. She can't hear us because of the power of her Thermomix. Mojitos, yep. Sarah Kay likes a good mojito. I am partial to a margarita. I love the little dance. Yep, Manisha also likes a margarita. Yes, girlfriend. Espresso martini, yep. I won't say no to an espresso martini ever. So last week we made pumpkin spice margaritas. That was fun, and they're a bit, you know, Halloweeny. So definitely be making some more of those. Pam likes I know you like a pina colada, Pam. I've heard that. Excellent. So we're just admiring your glass. Where's your glass from?
Kmart.
I do love that. Good.
I bought a set of them last year. They were Christmas stock, so I got them after Christmas, a set of 6 for $2.
Oh, I love that. Right. So everybody is getting their final dish ready to show you. So you are going, oh, is that an eyeball?
Yeah, ping pong eyeballs.
Everybody's getting their dish ready to show you. What I am going to do before they do that is just for the 3 people, the 2 TM5 owners and the person, or the 1 TM5 owner and the 2 people who do not yet have a Thermomix, I'll just let you know about the special deal we have this month. You can get a Thermomix and a spare bowl blade lid, and you only pay $29 for that bowl blade lid. Normally, a bowl blade lid set is $375. Sometimes we discount it to $99, and this time we went, hey, let's get a little crazy, and it's actually $29. So that's a bit exciting. We also have 36 months interest-free happening at the moment. So that brings the cost of your Thermomix down to under $18 a week, which is a bargain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spotlight all my little helpers, and I'm going to let them show you their finished dishes. It has been such fun having you guys cooking with us tonight. Let me find everybody, add spotlight. Look at that. So Snow has got her delicious poison apples. Oh, I love them. Teresa has got, oh, wow, look at those sausage mummies. They turned out amazing. And I love the eyes with the mayonnaise and the peppercorns. Cassandra and Ava have their graveyard dirt cups. Kylie has her deviled egg, her dragon, what are they called? Dragon deviled eggs. They look delicious. Kerry has got spooktacular snow cones, and she's also got some monster buns with her, lychee eyeballs, which I love. And Hayley's just here for the booze with her zombie brain cocktail. So thank you everybody for joining us tonight. We have had such a great time with you. Thank you to my helpers for cooking. I could not cook without you. If you are interested in finding out more about joining our business, or you are interested in booking a cooking experience of your own virtually or in person, or if you want to buy a Thermomix, please feel free to stay on and we'll be happy to chat with you at the end. If you have any questions for us or anything, stay on. I'll be here for a few minutes. Otherwise, happy Halloween, and we'll see you again soon. Ooh. I almost had music, then my music decided to play.
It's only a movie. It's not funny. You were scared, weren't you? I wasn't that scared. You were scared.